All right, we should be good right now. Yes, sir. All right. So surrendering to freedom and how freedom can help you be free from physical limitations. You gotta remember that title. So when you surrender to freedom and being free from limitations, this will help you not be limited to the physical limitation of what you were limited to subconsciously. Celestial rising, divine denouement, and grand night to the beautiful deity watching this video. It's a divine reflection, divine messenger, and we are back with another message to understand. It's very cold outside, but it's all right. I just want to get some nature, and I just wanted to chill. Just wanted to be outside and be with freedom. You gotta understand that when it comes down to being free from this dimension, you have to surrender yourself to what freedom actually is. Because what is freedom when freedom is actually not free from itself? So when you surrender yourself to divine freedom, this will help you escape from what you were escaping from. And that was always your accountability into the future. Because of course you can't build for your future when you're running away from your past. And you keep running from your past, and your present moment will be flawed. It will be an illusion that you keep running from. And this illusion will keep you in a state of delusion, because your delusion will not be able to understand what delusion is following, because your illusion that you're following is your past transgressions. So because of that, we got to understand that, for one, in order to find yourself in this spiritual realm, in order to find yourself in the afterlife, in order to find yourself in the future, you got to be able to understand that, for one, live for the moment. Be in the moment, and always remember that loving yourself is the best way to help you surrender yourself from what you are liberated into, because you are mentally enslaved in these chains. So because of that, we got to remember too that we have to let go. When you're free from letting go of what you think you're in, then you'll be able to understand that you can always let go of what you always thought you were in, because what you think you're in is nothing but a prison anyways, mentally. But see, here's the catch though. You were never in prison, but you were only mentally in prison from what you were not escaping from, and that was nothing but your programming. Because your programming was teaching you what to teach yourself, and what you taught yourself was your allowance. And the thing is too, you have an allowance that you choose to work for, and it's free. So you work for your freedom every single day, and the thing is too, you're paying for it at a price that you can't actually come back from. And this price that you're paying for, okay, I guess it's not working. Okay, why does it keep doing that? But this price that you're paying for is honestly not helping you understand why you keep doing these things. And that's exactly why you got to understand that, for one, you have to let go of any and everything from this dimension. So that even comes down to like food, your family, friends, teachings, people, places, things, music. So it's like all these things keep us grounded. All these things keep us mentally enslaved, because the thing is too, we gotta understand as well that when you don't know why you're doing these things will keep you in chains. So like, for example, your family. It's like when people come and go from your family, like when they transcend physically, we sit there and we cry about it. We have funerals. Why are we having a funeral for our spiritual beings graduating from this hell-like illusion mentally? Why are we not celebrating what they graduated from? Their own enslavement. Understand that our spirit knows, our higher self knows when we're going to come and go. Our higher self knows when we will come and go from this dimension, and we cry about it. And the thing is too, you may be like, man, that's not realistic, bro. You're not being reasonable. I understand that, because for one, to me, I perceive death a little bit different than you may. But the thing is though, we gotta understand that, for one, we gotta know that these illusions that we are in right now, we are mentally observing our higher self and our lower self, because our lower self is not understanding that, is my shit dying? You know what? I ain't gonna lie. No, let's just go ahead and raw dog this. All right, I don't got time for it. So we gotta understand that, for one, when you understand the illusion of what death is, or when you want to understand that perception, you gotta understand that. We gotta understand that, for one, what you're getting yourself into is what you're enslaving yourself by. So it's like, you gotta understand that when people go bye-bye, you have to always say, hey, never forget who I am. They'll never forget you. They never escaped from this dimension anyways, because for one, you can't leave what you were born in. And what you were born in is not actually what you are born in, but you are observing what you're being born in again and again and again. Because for one, by you coming back to this dimension, that should tell you something. It tells me that you're not able, they're playing football over there. Gotta love the youth, right? by you not understanding why you keep coming back here, that to me tells me that you have not escaped reincarnation. That to me means that you are not freeing yourself from what you're escaping from, and that is nothing but your past. So that to me tells me that your purpose you don't have. You don't have something to build for. You don't have creativity in your subconscious mind, because your subconscious mind creates illusions for you. So if you can't dominate your subconscious mind in this dimension, you can't free yourself into freedom, because you will always be reaching out to liberation, and you can't even free yourself from being liberal in your own liberation. That's exactly why being free comes with a price, because how free do you want to be? Because of course there's always levels to what freedom actually is. Because for one, if you want to be free, what would you do for it? And I don't mean selling your soul, because of course people think that money will buy you freedom. My nigga, you can be the richest nigga in the world and you still gonna be broke on the inside. How is that possible? You tooted your ass up for $1 bill and you still gotta work for $1 bill. You can have dollar bills coming in when you go to bed, even when you wake up, and it still won't buy you happiness. You can buy all the cars, you can get all the girls you want, you can get all the houses you want, you can buy all the lands you want. It still will not fill up that empty void inside of your soul that you don't have anymore. You never had it to begin with, because your personality is ran by an illusion of currency that you always had within you for free. But you gave your freedom up for a temporary period of sensation to please somebody else's sensational subconscious mindset that they were feeling subconsciously. So because of that, you can't be free from what you want to be in life, because you're doing things for money. You think that money will bring you happiness temporarily. Now it will temporarily for sure, but surely you got to understand that for one, you're doing these things because you're not understanding why you're doing them. You understand that for one, when you're crying at this graduation of people actually leaving the simulation, you don't understand why you're crying, because for one, they're never leaving you in the first place, because for one, they will come back. Because a lot of times people don't understand why they're actually leaving or transcending this dimension anyways. So because if you don't know where you're going in afterlife, guess where you're coming back to? If you don't understand why you're dying, guess where you're coming back to? If you believe in death, guess where you're coming back to? That's exactly why you got to free yourself from mental programs, because for one, these programs are meant to program you from their programming. Everything in this dimension is programmed by its own subconscious programs. So that's exactly why you cannot sit here and get upset when you come back, spiritually, by the way, because physically you have no idea that you're even here. Because for one, you reincarnated into an illusion that you thought was not an illusion. You thought it was a physical reality. And reality is not even real to its own delusion, because reality is so delusional, it forgot how delusional it actually is and isn't. I mean, it's amazing, because it's just like, think about that shit. It's like, we want to be free so bad from this mental enslavement, but the thing is though, it's your allowance. You choose to be mentally enslaved. You choose your freedom. So how free will you be? And the thing is too, when you're free from this illusion, that does mean death. Yes. Because for one, if you don't release yourself, or if you don't detach from anybody and everybody in this world, you will bring them right back. So for example, if somebody I know dies, because I have some people die from my own experience. And the thing is though, it's always been weird to me, even at a young age, because I always thought to myself, where did they go? Because like people would ask me, why aren't you crying? I don't know. Because I always thought to myself, like, if I cry, am I letting them go? Why am I attached to Satan's ego? When spiritually they're God. So it's like, if you're a spiritual being, why would I cry over a physical demonic program that was enslaved to its tribulation? Because we all got trials to come across. So basically, we're in court right now. If the Almighty is the judge, we have to come across our own judgment every single day. So now if you don't pass your judgment, you reincarnate into the exact same tribulation that you were judged for in your past life. So to me, at a young age, I always thought to myself, you're not really here. I'm just dreaming about you in a dreamer's perception about me. So you thought I was in your reality, and we had experiences together, we had laughs, we joked and all that. I called you family, but realistically, if you left me, you were never here to begin with. So it's like, I knew you at a young age, but when you left me, I couldn't cry because it's just like me crying will bring you right back. And the thing is too, I can't help you with sin because I'm attached to your detachment, because you detach from this dimension. So because of that, my detachment is helping you transcend freedom into a higher expansion of consciousness, because consciousness has no attachment to its detached subconscious perspective of attachments. So it's like consciously, if you are a consciousness, you have no attachment to the simulation of physical realities, because for one, reality is not physical anyways. What do I mean? You see me touching this gate right here. I see people looking at me making a video, but I'm detaching myself from that because for one, they're watching what they can't understand. So they attach themselves to it by looking at what they cannot perceive in this reality. That's what makes it physical to them. But spiritually, I am observing my subconscious physical observation that they are observing from my spiritual sense as well, because my senses will tell me that I am beyond what I am perceiving physically, because my energy can transcend anything that I detach myself from. That means from egos, from personas, from identities, from words, from people, places, and things. So once you understand that, even with like, so once again, so like even your mom and your dad, they had to go sometime, right? And the thing is too, you have to embrace yourself for that. That's exactly why you have to always, and the thing is too, I can't sit here and say I won't cry for that experience, because I know I will for sure. No matter how authentic I think I am, I don't know, I will cry whenever my divine mother leaves me physically. That's exactly why I go so hard in these videos for her, because I want her to understand that no matter what, I was always doing this shit, you know, not only just for you, but my future self as well, because, you know, I picked her, I chose her. And the thing is too, whenever she leaves me, I know I'll see her again. That's exactly why I gotta go hard. I gotta go hard for her. Even my little brother, I gotta go hard for my little brother. No matter what, both of them are my world. That's exactly why if you don't have a world to work for, then you don't have a world within yourself. Because for one, not only just for them, but for myself as well. Because when I don't have them, all I have is myself. All you have is self anyways, because them too are myself as well. So we understand that. You understand too, what are you working for? You have to have something to work on before you actually work on your future self that you're going to be judged for, because all you are literally going through right now is a recording of what you worked for. Because if you're not working for anything, you will die doing nothing. And when you die doing nothing, you will be judged for doing something that you should have been doing. And so in the halls of Amenity, where you're looking to the left and to the right, you're looking at all the things that you could have been doing, but you didn't do them because your perception was flawed and what you were afraid to work on, because you were too attached to a reality that you were never in the first place. That's exactly why, like, the thing is too, people will care about appearances. Detach from that stupid ass shit. Oh, you didn't get a haircut in like 5 months. You look like a bum. You look, bro. And somebody will care about that shit. Why do you care about people caring about you not getting a haircut? And if you know you look good, first of all, excuse me. Before there was clippers, before there was razors, before there was scissors, all of that, think about what our hair looked like. Before you had a barbershop, how did you get your hair cut? Before you had deodorant, how did you put deodorant under your arms? Before you had soap, how were you washing your ass? Before you had all these things, before you had music, how did you sound? Before you had words, how did you sound? Before you were smart, how did you sound? Before you became conscious, how did you perceive your own consciousness subconsciously? You won't even know, because you weren't free into being free from what people are attaching themselves onto you. Detach from everything from this dimension, because when you do, you can now ascend to higher dimensions. Because once again, when you go into a higher dimension, basically, and I'm saying it because for one, how I see my life right now, I am basically above the simulation. When I say that, I'm basically right now, I can see myself in a higher, and beyond the 9th dimension right now. So I'm basically watching myself make the video, so I can look this way and still make the video for my higher self, because for one, my higher self knows that what I'm talking about is basically what you're hearing from me through you to me to you, from a higher source of you. So by me saying that, no matter where I look, I can still make this video no matter what, because I know what I'm talking about, because spiritually, I'm talking to myself subconsciously in my mindset. So my words are portraying what my mind has always thought about. But my mind needed an outlet to go on to, because I detached myself from these words. Because for one, these words, these thoughts never belonged to me. I ain't lying, I know I'm cold. I got a little ash and shit between my fingers, but guess what? Detached from that shit, because no matter what, you just cannot care anymore. You have to stop caring about what this world can offer you, because it can't offer you shit but mental enslavement. No matter what, you can buy all the house, like I said before, you can buy all the houses you want. It will not fill that void up inside of you. You will still attach yourself to wanting more houses. You can get all the food, you can have all the friends you want. You will still feel lonely in that crowd of friendship. You have to be able to understand why you are doing the things that you're doing and what you're doing them for. Are you doing them for you or other people's approval? When you approve of yourself, you don't care what other people have to say about you or they're doing for you, because they can't do shit for you, but support what you've been doing for yourself. When you support yourself, when you guide yourself, you will detach yourself from being dumb in your own freedom. Because all you have is the now. And then the thing is too, when you ascend into a higher dimension, you'll be able to observe what I'm observing as well. That's exactly why heaven belongs in the mind. Because when you transcend the hell like illusion subconsciously, you will now rise up into the Christ consciousness. So when you climb Jacob's ladder, literally, when you're climbing Jacob's ladder, you'll now be able to understand that the higher realms of your mindset were always helping you transcend your attachment from detaching from a lower realm of your subconscious mind. Because basically this world that I'm in right now with you is your subconscious mind. That's how powerful your mind is. Your mind is so powerful, you think that the sun is setting right now. I think it's cold outside, or my fault. My subconscious mind thinks it's cold outside, but spiritually, I'm warm. Spiritually, there is no warmth or cold, because they don't even exist in the spiritual realm anyways. They're all physical illusions that my mind has to think it's real. So when you detach from it, nothing can stop you. Not even snow can stop me. Rain can't stop me. That shit cannot stop me, because you have to be so determined to be a better you. If you want to be free from physical reality, if you want to be free from your own mental imprisonment, you have to want to do better for yourself and your mind, because your mind is a baby. Your mind is a 5-year-old. If you think about that, your mind is literally 5 years old. And I'm being generous by saying that through a number, because your mind has no age, but your mind is a baby. So basically, spiritually, God is holding hands with Satan, guiding it every single day to let Satan know, no matter what, no matter how evil you think you are, no matter how rebellious you want to be against me, I still love you, my child. That's exactly why you came down here from your judgment. Do you know how long you've been here? That's exactly why us as volunteers, we come down here to help you understand that actually God does exist. And you see him every single day through a camera lens. I wonder who you are, God and Goddess. Do not forget that Almighty God is so powerful. It is in every single thing physically. So we are all the embodiment of God and Satan. That's exactly why you have to be guided spiritually. When you do that, detached from food, from entertainment, from music, celebrities, higher ups, these orders, these principalities, these virtues, these dominions, these demons, these leeches, from sports, from the media, from your family, from trauma, from misery, from pain, from agony, from doing stupid shit, from the physical illusion that you think is not an illusion, but a physical sense of love. You cannot love this world, but you can love it temporarily. You cannot love this world, but you can love it temporarily, because if you love this world and you're attached to it, you will come back here forever. And when I mean forever, to my statement earlier, do you know how long you've been here? You've been here for so long, you call this shit life and reality. That's why I keep saying that shit. People call this dimension reality, not knowing that this dimension belongs to Lucifer's satanic ego. And when I say that, I actually mean from these lower ascended masters. This realm belongs to them. This is their home. This is not your home. You are here to observe what you are observing spiritually. That's how sleep you are. You're so asleep every single day, you are not observing what you are actually sleeping in. You are not actually here. You are perceiving what here actually is, but here is not even here for itself. So how can you be here for yourself right now? By loving yourself physically and spiritually, by hating what you allow yourself to not be detached from. You have to be free from your own attachments of your own detached spirit, because your spirit does not care about anything in this world but you. That's exactly why Satan detached from Almighty God. Through the ego. The ego said, I don't want to be spirit. I want to be physical. I want to experience the physical realm because I don't want to be a spirit anymore. But the Almighty said, no matter where you go, you can't run away from your home. You can't. That's why the Almighty has to give you people who are actually divine beings in your face to let you know that what you're living in right now is life. This shit is not actually life though. Question everything, contradict everything, question everything. Your life is destined to be what you make it to be. Spiritually, if you can't guide yourself, you will reincarnate back to 1 year old. And don't forget, those Zeta Grays in that hospital, they'll make sure to mark you every single time you come back. You cannot fear shit. Fear keeps you attached to the simulation. You can't love shit, because loving shit will make you hate the afterlife, because you fear the afterlife. But every time I say don't love shit, I'm lying to you. Don't love and hate anything. Just experience it. When people hurt your feelings, love it and hate it. When people hate on you, love it. When people love you, hate it. Because love can get you killed and hate can get you killed also. So how can I love shit when hate gets me killed? How can I hate shit when hate gets me killed as well? How can I love and hate things when they both get me killed at the exact same time? What the fuck can I do, God? What can I do? What should I do? You can't do shit. Attach yourself with the Almighty Creator. When you walk with the Almighty Creator, literally right here, watching me watch you. You are always protected. When you're protected, no matter what, you will know where you're going in the afterlife, because the afterlife is waiting for you. I don't have any more thoughts. Have a great day, God and Goddess.